Hey, Dave.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Jordan. Guys, I'd like to welcome you back. It's been a while. I have been flat chat, writing reports, all that jazz, but I want to welcome the Cookles. So I'm going to welcome Jordan and Carrie Cookle and Jen and Andy Cookle. Unfortunately, Andy couldn't be with us tonight. He is over east doing his army thing, but I'll let Jen speak to that. Yeah, boo, hiss. Fair. But, you know, that's supportive. Hopefully you're watching this. We should have actually zoomed him in. Do they zoom it?
No, he's out at the moment. He's out a bit on field, so I haven't talked to him for a while. So.
In Afghanistan?
No. We're not allowed to reveal where he is.
Okay, all we'd have to do. Now, in case you see the guys with a glass of wine, this isn't being recorded at 7:10 on a Thursday night. This is communion, so, you know, nothing sus here. Yep. Good. Okay, guys. First of all, how are you all?
Good. Today.
Today. Yes. I'll start with you, Jordan and Carrie. How is life? How has life been? I confess I haven't seen you guys in ages and I'm missing you. Tell us about that.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. Coronavirus has been interesting. I lost my job for the first 4 weeks. Got to take my lovely holiday leave, which was great. And then I got offered a different job back at the same place. So now I'm on JobKeeper in the Salvador at the winery, which is cool. Apart from that, not too much has changed. Got into the whole, the whole planting, gardening phase that everyone seems to have gone through.
Did you have trouble getting seedlings?
Oh, correct.
Did you have trouble getting seedlings? I just couldn't get seedlings.
No, I've grown everything from seed, like tomatoes from, buy from Woolies and stuff, and capsicums. I grow avocados from seed and mangoes from seed. Yeah.
So we haven't reaped any of the rewards for it, but in a couple of years.
7 for an avocado, I believe, but good.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm definitely not one of those people that thrived in isolation. I feel like my work got a lot.
Me both, Carrie. You and me both. Yeah, good.
My work got a lot busier at the pharmacy, and uni got so much more complicated, going online and having practice around. But at the same time, all my coping strategies, so like my friends and sport, and that got taken away, and church, obviously. So it took me a long time to kind of be okay. But lovely friends and stuff reaching out, I've actually realised that even though the physical support of the church and stuff wasn't there, you're never really without God. And then it kind of has been a good reset for me, realising that after. It took me a couple months, but I got there.
Yeah, yep, fair. Now, I'm going to jump over to Jen and Andy. Obviously, Andy can't be with us, but Jen, a lot has happened. Fill us in.
Yes. I had a baby. Yes. She is 15 weeks. So that's gone past, it's just flown, so it's crazy. But yeah, I feel like...
There's going to be people wanting a name. So fill us in on a name, birth weight, head circumference.
Okay, well, it was Grace Lee, Cookle, obviously. Lee's actually my middle name, and Grace is a name that we thought was going to be her middle name. But when she was born, it was just, she just looked like a Grace. So, yeah. Height was 49 centimetres and she was 3.765 in weight. So that was fun.
There's
I had a really...
going, wow. I'm going, oh, right. And I've had 3 children. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, cool. I think she was pretty average. She's an average baby.
Yeah.
And she's still average now, except she's tall.
I'm sure she's not average, Jen. I'm sure she's just phenomenal.
Oh, no, she is. But in terms of measurements, she's pretty average.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I feel like coronavirus is a blessing for Andrew and I, because he was able to have 5 out of the 6 weeks home that he could have before he left. So that was awesome. Otherwise, he would have obviously been working, and he would have missed that time with Grace and then flown over east and whatnot. Yeah, and then obviously for me as well, I was able to get into a really good routine with Grace, which was also because I think I would have put a lot of pressure on myself to go back to my normal life, and then I probably would have got really down and in the dumps if I couldn't do that. So I think it helped me just settle and just do what I need to do. So yeah, but she's a really good girl. Like, I'm really blessed, and I feel like God was definitely answering a lot of prayers that I had from people. So it was great. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Well, I know there are people craving a hold of that baby. And you think they'd have had enough babies, but apparently no. Apparently it's like
no, it's clearly not. I think it's a new baby. It's not having multiple. It's a new, like, fresh blood, really.
Neat.
And I don't want to seem creepy, but they smell nice. Yeah, they do.
What was that?
They smell nice.
Oh, they smell nice.
She actually didn't.
She didn't have the baby smell. I was very disappointed. I would have been sniffing her for.
Maybe you
It was
just had
weird.
a blocked nose. Maybe you just had a blocked nose.
No, well,
I didn't smell it. She didn't smell like a baby.
So you all had coronavirus and none of you could smell.
Clearly.
Well, actually, since last time we met, I did get corona tested. It was awful.
Oh, the nose?
Yes, horrible. I started speaking Spanish because it was tickling the back of my brain. But I was negative. So for all those out here, if you get
lame.
digital corona to anybody.
Oh, good.
Actually, I'm wondering whether I mentioned that last time we assumed someone. I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on. Well, Cookles, I want to know, and obviously both, there's been a bit of mention about how God's worked in the last months, but is there anything specifically that you sort of comes to mind about what God's sort of done in you over the journey?
So I think just like a reminder that, God is in control of everything, I guess. Like there was a while there I had no job, and like I did a couple of odd jobs, flying mail and that kind of thing. But just like, the idea that I had nothing going ahead and it was going to be a difficult climate to find another job in. But it's all worked out totally fine, and really just relying on God, and there's nothing to stress about.
And I just think that I know this year's been crazy, but to think that the one constant has been God and like His goodness and His sovereignty, and that's something that even when all you can't see your friends, you can't go to church, like that is still true. And so that's something that coronavirus has really reminded me of.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like, like God is just such a good God. Like, especially now because, Andrew and I are going to be leaving, just to have that family support around us and the people that, like, God has placed in my lives is just crazy. Like, it's been such a blessing. And like, God has just been so good through it all. Like, Grace is already sleeping through the night. Like, that's how much she is,
Okay, I'm hanging up. Nothing. Come on, move on, Pittman. It's not about you. Sorry, Jen. And I think it is amazing to see what God does. Now, Jen, before we end this thing, I'm sure people want to know how Andy's doing, and what he's been up to, how much longer he'll be away, and also when you guys will be shooting through.
So Andrew's good. I haven't, as I said to you earlier, I haven't spoken to him for the last week because he's been out on field. So they do like a week out, and I think they just do camping and practice shooting and stuff.
Sounds terrible.
They basically do simulations of, I guess, what it would be like for them in real life. But he's obviously not going to be like someone that does that. He's going to be the personal trainer. So, but at the moment, as far as we know, so he graduates on the 3rd of July from his initial training. And as far as we know so far, he'll be flying back between the 6th and the 10th. And then we'll have 3 weeks to move over.
Yep.
So very soon.
By the end of July.
By the end of July, we should be in Wagga.
Amazing. So let me just get this right. Baby's sleeping through the night and your husband's camping and shooting.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Can't believe
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cookles, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I'm sure everyone has loved hearing from you. And we have a firm date, I believe, when the world opens up again, which is July 18th. So hopefully, Jen, we get to see you before you leave. Thank you so much for the chat. Much love.
Okay.
And we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks.